just missed a whole lot of stuff.
I'm
Just
not
before
okay.
this.
I'm not okay.
Okay. You guys missed a whole lot of shenanigans. Yeah, the bloopers. If we could create a blooper reel, nah. Okay. It's embarrassing.
It's not.
It's
Okay.
embarrassing.
We didn't release an episode last week for various reasons, but I think mostly we were moeg, my widow.
And life,
Was
yeah.
okay. We are in my room because also I think we realized that it has to just be me and you.
Yes.
Nothing, we shouldn't have guests or appear somewhere else. It's just that's the only way. We just have each other here.
Yeah. Same as a vibe. Lovely.
Absolutely. I hope you listen to that episode because I feel like it was a very good time to release it as well because November is mental health month, awareness month. And then we also had the GBV protests happening at the same time. And it sort of collided for me, you know. So that was a good episode. Please go and watch it. It's important, especially when you have men in your life who you want to support and you're not sure how to do so. Okay. Let's move on to this episode though.
Yeah, because maybe time was here.
No, but we have a tripod looking at us. You know how mad it is to be. This is mad, my
Yeah, because we're hoping, like we had a couple of glitches earlier with the camera just stopped recording. So we're kind of hoping that this thing is actually recording. So let's get into it because.
Is it supposed to be making a light or
no, it's recording because we would hear the thing clicking to say it's not recording. So who are we? This is gonna be you know what we're all about. We talk our opinions, laugh, swear, all of the above. This week, what are we talking about? Future faking.
Now, when you told me future faking, I was like, what is that? What is that? Huh?
So what is future faking? Basically, it's when you're in a relationship or you're at the beginning of a relationship, right? And it's the lies we fall for, man. You know, the promises that get made at the beginning. And what happens when those rose-tinted glasses fall off?
Okay.
Because you're building a future, or you claim to be building, this person is building a future with you, right? But you're building nothing.
Yeah, okay.
You're building sandcastles.
I think that's here, bruh. You know this.
Okay.
And the reason for me is, so we're talking about a very new relationship. And there's so much hope in that time, right? Hope for, oh my God, this is like so amazing, and this is what I would hope for it to be. So couldn't it just be where both of you are hopeful, where he is saying these wonderful things and it's everything you want to hear because you've taken the time to understand what it is that you would want from this relationship, and now you, in the hope that he's not a fucking liar, building this life on.
But now the relationship is not progressing.
Okay.
So it starts. Look, obviously, when you meet someone, we all have hopes and dreams of where we think a relationship could progress to.
Okay.
I mean,
absolutely, it's human nature.
But now, what happens when you were a year in, and we're still building on these. We're still building, but we're building nothing.
Yeah.
It's still this one day, but I'm not seeing anything tangible. I'm not seeing you working on anything tangible.
Let's think of a practical example, right? Maybe something simple as you've been in a relationship now for 3-4 months and you're planning on going away. Like that. Okay. Now you plan, this is the plan, we're going away, but so you have this conversation, this is how to do this, and we'll do this, and we'll go here, and whatever. But it's just talk.
It's just talk. It never results in anything. So let's say, for example, I'll be planning a trip. But now, you're just talking about planning the trip. Now, let's say, I say, okay, but now let's set aside a budget. Okay. And it doesn't have to be, look, we don't have to book flights to Bali. Okay. It can literally be like, oh, let's go away for the weekend. Okay.
Or one night,
Or one night. Or one night.
Mm.
Let's set aside 200 a month.
Mm.
Right? And then let's go away for a weekend. But guys, it doesn't have to be extravagant. But then that doesn't even happen.
Yeah.
So
And that's interesting, eh? So the less extravagant, the less effort that this thing requires that he's always talking about, and the complete lack of progression to get to that point is more evidence that it's not gonna happen.
exactly.
It's not gonna happen. Yeah, that's kind of hurtful. But also, what's your responsibility there?
I mean, the thing is, I feel like when there's feelings involved, it's so difficult because you start to develop feelings for someone, and now it's difficult to remove yourself. Because I know we always say accountability, you can walk away, but we all know walking away is not easy.
Mm-hmm.
We all know that.
No, absolutely.
Especially when you feel like you've invested time and effort and energy and love into this. You've poured everything into this person, into this relationship, and now to just walk away, it's never an easy thing to do. But the person that's future faking, they from the onset, they are being manipulative. So we're not talking about someone that's really trying. We're not talking about the people that's really trying. Because sometimes life happens, circumstances happen. Maybe the person lost a job, maybe they suffered a setback. We're not talking about those guys.
Okay. So now this is and I think that's how you would determine or separate whether this was a kakprata or because you are in their life, so you know what's changed.
Yeah,
and we all know what life is like. You think, okay, cool, I'm over this, ha ha ha, and then you get something else, right? And going away is not something we can just do on a whim. I don't know if you can, I can't.
I can't. I would have to plan to do something.
Exactly. So I think maybe the questions I would ask myself: do I feel like this is a priority? Is it important enough for this brand, despite what is happening, and without being unreasonable? So be expecting this to materialize, right? But now, what I want to ask you is, give me an example, or have you experienced where now this brand's future faking? There's no intention.
So, okay, in my previous relationship, okay, you guys have heard some stuff about, what was my guy's name? Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
Okay, so Freddy Krueger, right? Like, this guy could not afford half a little breed. Okay?
And, I feel you say things like that. I just like,
you know what I mean?
And it's not a judgment. I just want to be very clear. It's not
an
a judgment.
indictment against him. He was really going through the most. But, and I think his heart was I don't want to say he was manipulative. Like, I'm going to give him some grace and the benefit of the doubt. But the thing is, he was constantly making these outlandish claims of this life that he wanted us to have. And, like, from where I was sitting, I'm like, my guy, you can barely afford to keep a roof over your head. And you are talking about buying a farm in the middle of nowhere, buying a plot of land, and you can't even afford your basic necessities.
Did you at any point believe him?
No, I didn't believe. No, I didn't believe. Well, I believe that he believed that this was one day something he could do. Like I wanted to believe that he thought that could happen. But realistically, I was thinking, I don't see how you could achieve these things realistically, going and behaving the way you are currently. Like doing the things you're doing and living the way you are living, I don't see how what you are saying is attainable.
Okay, fair. Right. Now my question is, how do you then say, my bro, be for real?
Which I did. I did. So I would not focus on those things Those are nice goals to have. Like I have those dreams, but like for me, it's like can we focus on smaller things? Like always, like you have these big things, but like let's shrink it a little, and let's like baby steps. Okay, let's focus on what can you do in the next 3 months.
Because I think when you have this big goal, right, and it seems unattainable, it's to break it up, right? So in order for me to get there, these are the steps that I need to take, right? And it usually is changing daily behavior.
Exactly.
And shifting mindsets.
Which he wasn't doing. So he was just thinking pie in the sky, but there was no actionable or daily habits of how do I get from A to B. It was just let's dream about B, but there's nothing. We're not doing anything here by A.
Okay, cool. So I think that future fakers are delusional.
Oh, for sure.
And then there are those who are
Manipulative.
So I want to talk about this guy who I felt was extremely manipulative, and I'm so fucking naive, maybe. I don't know.
Do you think it's naivety, or do you just think you're a hopeful, optimistic person?
I don't know. You know me better than I know myself.
Because I don't want to say, is it naive to think good of people?
I think the naivete is knowing what I know, and with being through all the experiences, I still choose. I'm in the I still do that, you know. Anyway, so this guy, I felt like the confidence with which he spoke convinced me that this was not future faking, but it felt almost like a forced future. Like, like really aggressive sort of, and I don't know how that links to future faking, but I think also for me the future faking was not the life that he was painting, but rather what he was saying was not what he wanted, but what he thought I wanted to hear.
That's another. So another. I want to actually touch on that because another reason why future fakers will future fake is because they're saying things you want to hear.
Bag.
Because they want to rush intimacy. Because I think in the beginning, I said I want to take things slow, and he said made some off the cuff remark of like going slow for like this. Like we're grown ups here. We're grown ups here and grown ups there. And I'm like, for sure. I'm like, I'm not a virgin. But like if I want to go slow, that's my prerogative.
That's like I smack you. Well, I don't feel the same way. Yeah, you're ugly.
And I was like, that's all. Okay, fine, whatever. I get that.
How did it make you feel though? Where were you acting?
This was like still in the talking stage, and I'm like, and then I said something like, "It's cool if you feel like you find to rush intimacy, but I'll move to that phase when I'm good and ready."
Sure. I'm sure this is something that he must have said to someone else before, and using that tactic was a quick win for him. You know? Like fuck off.
Yeah, and then he quickly obviously he backpedaled because it's like, okay, that didn't work with
he obviously realized who's
dealing with. And I'm like, no. But if that works for you, fine. But I don't want to rush into. I'm not saying that you can't. Look, guys, if you want to have sex on the first date, I don't care about stuff like
Absolutely. But every situation is different, and I feel also, I think guys tend to think that girls don't just want sex. Sometimes they do.
Yeah, sometimes they do.
And that's okay. But that's interesting. So, reasons why future fakers will future fake.
Yeah.
Is I think to secure the bag and make it official.
Yes.
Right? Because now that we're official, I got you, and I cannot just dial whatever I want.
Yeah.
And then also to rush the intimacy. Yeah. And for just that thing about saying exactly, like using what you've told them in a moment of vulnerability, in a moment of just complete confidence. Is that the right thing? Yeah. And then using that, weaponizing that, is so disgusting.
And what you also said, saying what you want to hear, so they will mirror you. So they'll even fake. They might not even be their true, authentic selves. So they'll offer you things that they know
you want.
They know you want. So,
but hold up. So I really appreciate a man who's observant of me.
Yeah.
Because I'm quite observant. So I will. So if I see that in someone else, then that's quite for me, because you're really getting to know me. So I think it's important to be able to distinguish between the mirroring for a manipulative reason, and not the necessarily mirroring on this side, where it's really genuinely listening to what you're saying, trying to or making effort to understand.
Yeah. And also, when it comes to, so when you say observant, I know I'm a very honest person, and I literally say what I feel all the time. But I generally don't like it when I get asked, "What do you want in a relationship?" You think I'm going to just hand you the playbook? Because if I just tell you what I want in a relationship, I feel like it's easy then for you to just pretend and give me what I want. That might not even. You could then pretend essentially to be a different person to secure the bag.
So is it instead what?
Just show me who you are.
Show me who you
Just
are.
show me. I will show you who I am through actions, and you can just be yourself. And if you being yourself is a turn off for me, then I will. Your actions.
And
vice versa. If you're like, oh no, I really don't fuck with this girl. No, she's not for me. That's cool too. But just show me who you are through your actions, and I can be like, oh, this isn't for me.
But I mean, when I think about what I want from a relationship, I'm very clear on that. But it's not about I want the man, I want him to be like this, I want him to do this, I want him to do that.
Yes.
This is the shape. This is how I want the relationship to look. So obviously, it's going to look different depending on who the person is. But essentially, it must look. The shape must be like this. So you have an idea of what you want your relationship to look like, but the personality of the person will determine how it works.
Also, I can't also have this rigid checklist of you must have this.
Oh, I had that, but
I mean, because then imagine the pressure that this person has to live up to. Like, you can't put that on a person you haven't even met. Now, if he doesn't meet this checklist, this criteria that you've built up in your head, like, you can't put that on another person.
But so with the future faking, when somebody like that maybe asks you what you expect from a relationship, you're handing them the playbook.
Yeah.
By telling them, because they will then weaponize or use that to manipulate you to believe that they can give you all of that.
Exactly.
Can't it? No.
So I don't do that. But I try not to really tell people this is what
I struggle with that question. Yeah. I really struggle with it, and I thought now, and you just changed my my thinking around it, I would say. But when somebody says like, "What do you want from a relationship?" So much, so much, and I can't pinpoint what is most important. And I think you said this to me in the week when we were really going through it. When you said that at different stages of your life, obviously, right?
Yeah.
A relationship is going to look very different because your needs and your wants are different. And then there's also the person.
Yeah. And what they're going through and their needs and wants.
Exactly. And then how can you complement
one another
and match each other in the best way? But the relationships, I don't know.
And then obviously, so when it comes to, I think we're going to take a short break because, guys, we got technicalities to
Can
deal with.
somebody come here
And help us
and
then.
just like stand behind this?
The camera.
This looks like an.
Where's our videographer? Our videographer, we miss you. And we are back.
Oh, oops. Okay.
So,
Emotional aftermath
yes.
after realizing that yeah, this was kapra.
Yeah. The hardest part.
Olivia Dean, the hardest part.
Yeah.
Fuck, this is really fucking hard for me, right? Because I don't necessarily allow myself to enter into an imaginary world. It's very hard for me to, like, even when in the beginning of a relationship, I won't say, yeah, we should do this, we should do that, let's go. Well, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'll say things like, yo, I really want to do this, and then see, because I don't know what that fear is. I haven't named it yet, but it's probably abandonment.
Look, I still talk. I still talk as if I'm a single person.
Yeah, that must stop.
It must stop.
It must
because,
stop.
like, I literally, less so, but like, I still. I mean, I won't go out and catch on shit, but what I'm saying is, I still move in a way that's very. I live my own life. I do my own thing, which is fine.
We spoke about this. It's because we've been technically single for so long.
Like 30,000 years.
BC. But what was I saying? Okay, so now I allow myself to delve into this world where, okay, cool, he's telling me all these wonderful things.
But now it's broken down.
Maybe
The rose tinted glasses, it's af, okay?
I'm
It's
done.
afgevallen.
I'm done. I'm done with
And
it.
the relationship has now dissolved. So you're not really, yes, you're mourning the loss of the relationship, but you're really mourning the loss of that future that you, that
It's,
now
it's
no
like
longer
divorce.
exists.
It's
Yeah.
like divorce, right? Because I know that after my divorce, a lot of the grief came from the life that I thought I was going to have.
Same.
And with the even now with the relationship, I mean, I would like to believe that I'm intentional.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very clear on what it is. Not so much what I want, but what I don't want.
Yes.
You know, so I do have this fear of laying it out on the table and him saying things and then it blowing up in my face, you know.
Okay.
So the future, if there's future faking happening, I'm like whatever, you know,
Okay.
like you can, because I'm already not believing you. Do you know what I mean?
Okay. I don't have that. Like, we have future plans,
Mm.
and I don't think it's future faking at all. Like, I'm not saying we have like a 10-year future plan.
Yeah,
or
no,
anything
sure.
like that,
But
but
like
we
next
have
week
like
and the following
we have
week.
like little plans that
Yeah.
we talk about in the future and like trips we want to take and things like that. That I think, not that I know for sure are going to happen.
Yeah.
But do you want to go?
I'm just thinking now as you're speaking, and
Yeah.
it's the guy.
I think
It's the
it's
guy.
the guy, and I know these things are going to happen. Like, I don't know, like, doubt. Like,
Yeah.
there's no doubt that it's not going to happen.
So you see, I made the mistake of believing wholeheartedly and then investing and then realizing, oh wow, okay, this is not happening, you know.
Yeah.
And the way that made me feel was disgusting.
Okay. But also the conversations we have about the future, it's rooted in reality, okay?
Yes.
It's rooted, like, we talk about budgets, we talk about finances, we talk about like real world implications. Can this realistically happen? No, it can't, because this and this needs to be paid before this and this can happen.
That comes with trust, because you're trusting. I don't tell anybody about my finances.
Yeah.
I think it's because I'm the one who must tell her.
Yeah.
You don't need to know, you know, so when you're going to pay my bill.
I mean, our finances are still separate, but it's like, you need to sort out your life. I sort out my life.
But allowing somebody to understand what what it looks like for you.
Yes.
So we want to go away in the next month, and I'm not expecting you to do everything.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm gonna have to budget and make
Or
sure.
like we can't go away because I have to pay my neurologist almost
Yeah.
$2,000.
Yeah.
So I actually can't
Yeah.
afford that.
Yeah.
I would love to,
Yeah.
but financially I cannot make that commitment.
So maybe to help yourself identify when this future faking happening, is it rooted in reality? And that's so important because I'm gonna take that with me now and be like, okay, cool. This is like a real thing. We can do this.
Yeah.
Because of the behavior, the way that you, because I know you well enough, and that's a real thing. I can actually see myself doing it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? With the past experience with this guy who was maybe saying all the things
Yeah.
to secure
Yes.
the package.
Yeah.
I felt that he was literally taking everything I had said
Yeah.
and just
The playbook. And then you weaponizing it and using it against you.
and using religion as well, man.
I hate it.
Yo,
I hate
bruh.
it. That's actually quite devious though.
Yo,
That's devious.
yeah. It's like
That's heavy.
okay.
No, it's getting lekker.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
now how do we heal from this? Because you've now lost your person. You've lost this future that you've built
In your head,
in your head, right? And now you need to allow yourself space to grieve for what you've lost.
I think the first step would be now that you're in the space because it's over now, right? How do you moving forward identify when this is a betrayal? Maybe too good to be true, and I don't believe in that too good to be true. It shouldn't be too good to be true.
Because then should I be questioning myself now? Be like, yo, this guy's too good to be true.
Yeah, same, Brad.
Because I always say I don't want to move through the world doubting people.
Absolutely, and that's I think that's when I said about my naivete.
Yeah,
it is because I don't want that. I don't want to be second guessing everything you said, and based on zero evidence.
I think we spoke about, I don't know. I think that we speak about this a lot in previous episodes where it's not about not when you start in new relationships or if you want to start dating again. It's not about not being able to trust other people. Well, for me, it's always about how do I trust myself to be able to look out for red flags or how do I don't know what that was. We're not gonna look, guys. We're not gonna look. But how do I learn to trust myself, my own judgment,
without losing that that innocence of not doubting everything somebody says. And I feel like because that's me, that's entirely me, where I now am learning to trust myself, and in doing so I allow myself to place trust in someone else. And I think what's been really interesting with me now is I'm saying things and he's listening, and we talk what was going on. But anyway, that's another crazy story.
Yeah, I mean, I was loving that living there in the future with us, but I was like, yo, that looks so lekker.
But I think also what happens is the future that they're faking is so wonderful, but we don't remember that actually we're gonna have to be with you in that future. And do we really want that?
Do I really want you, or does that
Is
future just
cover
look
that
lekker?
different future?
But if that person wasn't there, is the person interchangeable with someone else, or maybe even no one else?
Yeah.
Let's say I was just single,
Yeah.
and that was still there. All those wonderful things could I be happy?
Yeah.
And you know what? If I was single and I still had all those things, I would have also been very happy.
Exactly. Okay, let's.
Yeah, I think we showed the future factors some claims. So you weren't an idiot for believing.
Say that to me and mean it.
You were not an idiot for believing.
Thank you.
And neither was I.
Yeah.
We were just hopeful.
Yeah.
And I mentioned, they were just also.
I
maybe
think
a
they
bit-
would, yeah, they would really just trying to do whatever they needed to get what they wanted.
Yeah.
It's sad, and
Yeah. I don't even like.
I'm just extremely happy that I got out of
Me
that.
too.
Yo, bruh.
Oh, I'm so glad I got out.
I hope nobody thinks I'm not orangey.
Yeah. So you ignored the signs.
Completely. Entirely.
And it's only because you wanted to believe. And that's okay. But now we know. And now you know. But you need to identify your emotional needs. That's the thing. You need to know what your emotional needs are, and they can't be met in the future, because guys, we don't live in the future, okay? We're not time travelers.
Yeah.
We live in the
We
present.
can't be hoping for that future to happen, and only then will our emotional needs be met.
And we always say, I mean, this is such a cliche, actions speak louder than words, but it really does. It really does. Like, if you have not, it's very weird, but if you're with someone that's very intentional and they show you, if you see love in action, like if you see love as a verb, if you experience love as a verb, I don't know, it's just so different.
It's crazy, no?
Like, it's nice when someone says it, but when you see it in fucking action.
Like, if you think about it, eh, when do you feel most cared for? And it's not when I say I love you or I care about you.
Yeah.
It's when somebody does something that shouts.
Yeah.
Yo.
That's when you need to feel
Yeah.
it. You need
Yeah.
to feel it. So,
And with future fakers, you don't often feel
you
it.
don't feel it.
It's just
it's
words.
It's just words. So,
Yeah.
to close this off, future faking is their lie, but your comeback is your truth. And I think that's where we will end it off for today.
I have one last point.
Go for it.
So I've come out from this future faking shit, right? And I'm fine. I just want to be super aware that of not bringing that into a new relationship where I'm doubting him because that guy said those things and whatever.
Yeah.
And then rather looking at him, at his actions,
Yeah.
and our interactions.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
And
back.
I also think I'm very aware of that.
Mm.
That I'm not bringing any baggage from the past.
I mean, it's difficult.
It is difficult, but I don't think I have any checked luggage
Mm.
from my old trips.
Okay, we're
That's
done. Thank you and bye.
Like, follow, rate, subscribe, share, all the wonderful, wonderful things. We love you guys so much. Bye.
What was going